Hey, everybody, thank you for being here and joining me on Let's Talk Weather. I am meteorologist Rob Wilson here on a fantastic Sunday. That's right, we've got beautiful sunshine here for the morning. We'll see clouds push back in later today. But all in all, a pretty good stretch of weather for us over the next, call it 3, 4, not quite 5 days, but at least 4 days. And that is good news. And yeah, we'll enjoy every little bit of it, right? Also, one more thing. Happy St. Patrick's Day. Got to be there. And in green, mind you. Got to like it right there. There it goes. Okay. Anyway, I got tools. I got to use them. Why not? But anyway, it is Sunday. We are looking at a pretty good day. It's been a weird transition. We had 70-plus degrees late last week, and then it dropped all the way down into what so far now has been a 30-degree day here on Sunday. And that transition really happened starting on Friday in through yesterday. Saw a couple of light flurries. Boy, what a difference a couple of days can make. But all in all, the forecast I gave you middle of the week last week, spot on the money. And we're looking for good things this week as well, with temperatures on the rise. No real significant weather until probably Thursday-ish, but we'll give you more detail on that in a minute. That doesn't mean we won't see anything happen between now and then, but nothing what I would call substantial. Okay, so that's it here to start off the kind of little teaser as we move into everything. Why don't we move ahead and we'll talk about what is going on in our current weather. And there it is. That is our eastern U.S. visible satellite with some enhancement on top just to make it a little bit easier. I'm going to put myself down here in the corner. There I am. Hi, everybody. And let's talk about what's happening right here over the United States. It's not a whole lot. To be very honest with you, it's a fairly benign pattern. We do have a little bit of low pressure. Let me get the right color here. Yeah, a little bit of low pressure. It's located right in here. You can see my cursor. I'm going to draw it right about there. As it moves eastward from Illinois into Indiana. There is a weak cold front that drapes down from it. Looks something like this there. And you can see the cooler air kind of pulling in behind it like this. And there's actually a weak warm front out ahead of it, something like this. Okay. Now, it's moving pretty much west to east, so for those of us here in the Pittsburgh area, we're talking about southwestern Pennsylvania, I don't know that we're going to see much of the warm air out of this. We'll probably more pick up the cooler air as it slides by. And that means temperatures will drop again for Monday morning, but then we'll quickly rebound as we move into early next week. And the reason being, because there's high pressure out here to the west. You can see the clouds here kind of going up and down. That tells me there's a little bit of high pressure out here to the west, which is going to build in, give us slightly warmer temperatures and some sunshine. But eventually the pattern will shift. We're talking, again, the latter half of the upcoming week. That's really it in a nutshell. For today, let me remove my drawing so it's a little bit easier to see what's going on. I do expect these clouds that you're seeing out here to the west, these are going to slide in like this, probably beginning this Sunday afternoon in the 2 to 4-ish range, and that'll thicken up. But as I'll show you here on the radar, there's just not much going on as far as actual weather with this, and that's actually good news. I like it. Let's go to the radar. And what you see here, there's not a lot, just not a lot. Okay, you got the cloud cover in here out to the west. Little bit of light flurry activity possible overnight tonight into Monday morning, but accumulation, no, not really. A couple of flurries, a little light snow shower is about it. The cool air will kind of roll in behind it. Any substantial weather is way down here to the south. In the Georgia, South Carolina, northern Florida, Jacksonville, right about here. But I'm going to zoom this out just a little bit here in a second, and you'll see that there's very little happening across much of the nation, to be very honest with you. Look at that. Take it all the way out to the Rockies, and that's what leads me to believe the early part of this next week is going to be very, very good. Look at that. I'll take you all the way out to the West Coast. Nothing going on. I like the quiet weather. We could use a little bit of quiet. Now, what we could also use a little bit of warmth because we got teased by that warm air on Thursday. It was fantastic. I was in a bus with 4 different high school speech and debate teams. We were headed to our state tournament, state championship tournament over in Bloomsburg. And boy, we had the windows down. It was like 70 some odd degrees in the bus. It's fantastic. It was even nice there on Friday as well. But I want a little taste of that, and we'll see if it's on the way. We'll see if it's on the way. All right, let's go to the models. This again is my favorite tropical tidbits with the NAM 3-kilometer resolution. You can see the 3-kilometer resolution here. And we're going to start this at 18Z, which is, now that we're in daylight saving time, you take 18, subtract 4, because everything's in 24-hour Zulu time, which is Greenwich Mean Time. So subtract 4, that gives you 14 in a 24-hour clock. That's 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So we'll start this at 2 p.m., and we'll just kind of move this forward. I play a little pickup soccer with a great group of people that we get together at the high school, at Fox Chapel High School, and play for an hour or two. And I put out the forecast for that usually like Thursday, so everybody knows, hey, it's a good weekend to come out and play. And today is another one of those good ones. It will be on the cool side, but all in all, pleasant to say the least. All right, we'll move this through to 8 o'clock p.m. Still nothing happening. The clouds have moved in, but there's no real weather. And let's let this play a little bit, and you'll notice snow, a little bit of flurry activity in the region going into early Monday. I'm going to take you into Monday afternoon and Monday evening. We'll stop here at 0Z going to Tuesday, which is 8 p.m. on Monday. Notice there just is nothing going on in the local area as far as weather is concerned. All the way up here to Erie, all the way into Ohio, this whole area here, quiet, 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 quiet. We'll talk temps here in a second. But that's good news for the beginning of the week. Again, it'll be cooler, or cool, but it won't be bad. Oops, let's get off of that real quick. And I'm going to let this roll again. And we'll push this through into Tuesday. There we go, Tuesday morning. Here it is at 8 a.m. Keep going. We'll go to Tuesday evening at 8 p.m. Just nothing to see. A little bit of high pressure right there. Shows you clear skies, mostly clear skies, at least not much in the way of clouds. No snow, no rain, no nothing. I like it. How about beyond that? Since there's nothing to see here in the short term, we'll move this through, and I'm going to use the icon now, which is a little bit more extended range. We'll start again Tuesday evening, 8 p.m., and I'm going to roll this forward. Here we go, into Wednesday morning, Wednesday evening, Thursday morning. Now here we are for 15Z, which is 11 a.m. on Thursday morning. You notice it's starting to pick up a little bit of wet weather here, trying to drop into the Buffalo area, western New York, but it doesn't really impact us here locally, which is fine. We'll see that drop out. And there we have it. So moving Thursday night into Friday, I'll even back this up just a little bit. Go 0Z. Starting to push down into Allegheny County across I-80 here. That's Mercer County, Crawford County. You can see that moving on down from there at 8 p.m. There's 11 p.m. and into early Friday morning. So when you get up and out the door, this is 8 a.m. Let me back up just 3 hours from here. This is going to be 5 a.m. Still a little bit of light rain in the area. Nothing heavy. And remember, if you watch my forecast from mid last week, you remember I talked about that big storm that would come up the East Coast. We'll keep an eye on it. It is still showing up on the map. There it is there. Okay, not as much of a hugger along the East Coast like it was in the original forecast, but what you'll see is it is going to continue to move in, well, we'll call it a northerly fashion, much like this, right up like that, and doesn't really play a factor in our local weather at all. Let me move this forward a little bit, and you can see it. There it goes, out and away, and leaves us pretty much in the clear. So here we are, 18Z on Friday, -4, it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon, all done with the rain, quiet, everything drops out. And I'm just going to let this roll to the end, and you can see, oops, one more time, you can see that there is just not a lot happening. Keep going. I don't have anything to do here. I'm just going to sit here and watch. You can watch with me. I will show you the H. Do you see that H kind of floating around in there? This one right here? See it? this is good news because that usually means quiet weather when you see that thing move in, and that's what we have on the way for next weekend. I know, it's good news. Couple more frames. Boom. I like it. Okay, so other than maybe a couple flurries early Monday and some light rain Thursday going into Friday, we have a quiet stretch of weather ahead, which is how I led this forecast anyway. So just kind of proving my point. All right, let's see if I can refresh this. We're right here on the cusp of getting the 12Z data. It hasn't come in quite yet, so we'll use the 0Z extended range. I'll go up here because this has the 12Z already for the NAM. And what you'll notice is that a cool start to our Monday, just 21 degrees for your low, 23 degrees at 12Z, which is 8 a.m. So again, kids going to need the jacket and the coat when they hit the bus early on Monday, but there's just not much in the way of weather going on. Daytime high about 37 degrees, winds 5 to 15 coming in out of the west, northwest. So really, again, a quiet day, a little bit of sun, some clouds, decent. Now, check out our Tuesday, though. When you get into Tuesday, look at the conditions here. This is the CLD, the cloud. Tells you what kind of cloud conditions we're expecting. Few, scattered, broken, scattered, scattered. Essentially, in layman's terms, that means mostly sunny to partly cloudy, maybe even a chance of partly sunny, but generally speaking, partly cloudy skies on Tuesday as highs bump up a little bit up here to 43 degrees and winds remaining light, only 5 to maybe 10, generally 5 miles per hour during the day. I like that. Now let's go down to the extended. Okay, so there it is, partly cloudy on Tuesday, partly cloudy to start our Wednesday. Highs continue to climb, 57. Then we see a little bit of weather here on Thursday. So that's with a P12, that's your probability of precipitation. So we got that little bit of rain chance on Thursday. Highs 52, low 38. So it all stays wet. Winds pick up a little bit Thursday night into Friday and stay breezy into Friday. But notice the sunshine comes back and it stays. That's where the high pressure builds in. 51 on Friday, 54 on Saturday, and 58 a week from now next Sunday under partly cloudy to mostly sunny skies. Bingo. Because we have transitioned into spring. Of course, that happened here toward the end of next week. So, hey, bring it on. Bring it on. There's really not a whole lot. I'm not going to do a whole lot of drawing on the 7-day forecast because there's not a lot to highlight other than the fact that temperatures are climbing back into the 50s starting Wednesday, and we stay with highs in the 50s all the way through into the weekend. And I like that a lot because, hey, who doesn't like sunshine over a weekend? Not to mention, for Fox Chapel School District, where my kids go to school, that's the beginning of spring break. I think they have a half day. They keep the half day Friday into next weekend as the beginning of their spring break. Bam! Sunshine and 50s. I'll take it. Get out there and enjoy some time with the family as we work through next weekend. Okay, that's it. Those are your highlights, and it's all pretty much good news. A couple of little bumps in the road, a little fly in the ointment, but that's it. Quiet weather, sunshine, warming temps, and a little bit of rain on Thursday. And that's it in a nutshell. All right, that's it for today. Give me a little shout down below if you like what you're seeing. Subscribe to the channel. I'm going to try and do a few more of these now. I've got my setup here. I didn't even really have to show you any of my cool graphics, which I'll show you next time because it just wasn't a whole lot to show. I mean, I could show you my little rainy hat, but I don't need to because we don't have any real rain in the forecast. I didn't have much in the way of snow, a couple little flurries. I don't need to show you the snow. Or the snow. Yeah, just not seeing a lot, which is fine. We'll take it. All right. I'll see you guys in a few days. Hopefully I'll do one before then, but take it easy, and thank you for joining me here on Let's Talk Weather. Like I said, I'm meteorologist Rob Wilson, and I'll see you again next time. Bye.